What's up, y'all? Y'all know who it is. Y'all know who it be. Trying something new. Hendo, what's good with you, my guy?
Chandler, what's going on?
I can't call it, man. I'm excited about this, man. Matter of fact, let's go.
Such a charismatic, charming, incredible storyteller, likable guy. Like he's forever loved by hip hop. That's it. It's Biggie.
See, Big, I don't know how he was a genius, man. He everything he said, he could just be saying something like you think he's playing, but you walk away with it like it sticks with you.
Nigga B.I. was that dude, man. I'm glad I was able to chop it up, chill, smoke, record, and be another nigga like Big ever in life.
Nigga that think while I'm gone they gonna take my spot, they mistaken. You know what I'm saying? My spot is wedged in and it ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying?
Rest in power to the Notorious B.I.G. I believe it was Saturday, maybe Friday or Saturday.
Friday,
Friday,
March 9th.
March 9th, is when they took El Bro up out of here, man. But he will never be forgotten. You know, it's funny. I was on IG, social media. I ain't hear a lot about him this go around. How about yourself?
Nah, I ain't really heard nothing. I mean, the older generation is being forgotten. They're being phased out. So it's not a surprise. But I would have thought his contemporaries would have put out a little bit more, maybe gave a tribute, did something. But I mean, that's the times we live in now.
Yeah, it's sad to say. It actually breaks my heart, bro. You know what I mean? He's one of the best that ever did it. Hey, you know how I say, man, he's your favorite rapper's favorite rapper. So it's bugged out that that happened, man, or that it is happening, man. We're in spooky times, man. You know, Black History Month just passed.
Facts.
Wasn't a lot going on with that, man. You know, Big man, one of the icons. You know how normally on the radio, TV, they play the videos back to back to back.
Mm-hmm.
I don't recall seeing none of that, bro. But we
I
gonna
mean,
keep. Oh,
I don't listen to the radio, so I don't. 92Q normally does a lot, like for
mm-hmm,
everybody. I'm pretty sure, or I maybe give them too much credit, but I'm pretty sure that they did something.
mm-hmm. Well, we keeping his name, his legacy alive. Man, we gonna take y'all back down memory lane. The Notorious B.I.G.
Look in the sky and wonder why most MCs alibis won't comply with my style of rhyme or rhyming or rap. It's not a trap, my rhyme just snap.
Got props like Biggie Smalls got props. Nobody hot. Nobody drops words off the top of the head. My metaphors are sharp like cheddar cheese, blowing them seeds out with ease. Homie, please.
My music really ain't really got no messages like for somebody else to listen to and like learn from. It's just basically an autobiography of myself, you know.
Man, oh man. Yo, I'm gonna take you back. I remember Mon Darman had a music store. I guess it was Mon Darman. It was the Plaza, and I want to say it was one other location that had a Metro, the
Was it
Metro
Westview?
Music Store, Westview. Yeah, yeah. Well, the first time I came across Biggie, man, I was in Mondon looking for sneakers. So back then, you know, once upon a time, we used to buy music, literally hard copies. I guess that's a dying thing now. So I'm in Metro, looking around, and the DJ, I want to say it might have been DJ Boo, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, yo, what's good? What's out? What's the new thing? And he was like, yo, this cat here, trust and believe he's that guy. So I got it, took it home. The rest was history. The very first time I heard Ready to Die in its entirety, I felt like it was a movie. literally. You know what I mean? You can close your eyes from beginning to end, and just these vivid pictures he painted, man. What a phenomenal artist. Would you agree, bro?
Most definitely. Like he paints pictures that others don't. And the crazy part about it is he freestyled
Mm.
it. Like he didn't give you vivid movies where he sat down and was like, all right, I'm gonna do this or I'm gonna add that. And other artists will tell you when they were in the booth with him, they'd be like, yo, we be sitting there and he'd just get up and go to the mic and something that just happened 5 minutes ago, bam. He put it up there and he just painted that vivid picture. And to me, I probably could say there'll probably never be a greater rapper than him.
Mm. Mm. You know, it's rare when we agree, but I concur, man. I truly concur. Hey, what's your favorite Biggie song?
That's tough because there's so many.
You want
I
me to
can't.
go first?
You go ahead. I can't pick a song, but yeah, go right ahead.
Unbelievable. I love Unbelievable. Premier. To me, Premier is an underrated producer. You know, I feel like I loved him with Gangstar. You know, and back when Gangstar was out, I feel like Guru, he was a cool artist. He was a dope artist. But when you put him on top of those Premier beats, it's like together. To me, they were like a Pete Rock and CL Smooth. They were like a Mob Deep. You get what I'm saying? It's for whatever reason it just gelled and went together, and it made you crave a Premier beat. You know what I mean? So when I heard that, and you know his signature sound, I'm like,
Right.
man, this is amazing, bro. This is absolutely amazing.
I'm gonna have to say we 2 for 2 today because it's probably unbelievable.
Mm.
And I don't remember if it was Jay Z or it was Jay Z or one of them. Now it's maybe one of them. They were talking about how they were in the studio. And like I said before, things will happen and he'll put it in the song. And he was like, yo, we was in the middle of putting it together and then he just went in the bathroom. And if you remember in the song, he was like, chicks in the bath, you know what I'm saying? And he was like, that happened. And yo just came out and threw it in the verse. But more importantly to me, the track was done.
Mm-hmm.
And I know phenomenal track was done. But Big was listening to it and he was like, yo, it's missing something. And he was like, I got it. And then he went and he pulled out the R. Kelly. It's unbelievable. So that was all Big. Like that wasn't the producer. That was
Mm-hmm.
Big. And he did certain things like that to where just his musical ear. Like he
Mm-hmm.
could hear certain things. And a lot of times rappers don't get enough credit for production.
Mm-hmm.
Because you just hear him, you're like, yo, that dude just dope. But even your boy Jay Z, to a certain extent, he get in the studio
Mm-hmm.
and they're doing something here, like, no, do the beat like this, slow it down here. You know what I'm saying? Lower the volume a little. Like they had it, the great ones just have a certain knack for taking a hit song and making it a great song, a memorable song that
Mm-hmm.
lasts. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Man, I don't know. The stars are lining up for us today. It's rare that we on the same page, but look who we talking about, man.
because you talk about the greatest.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. How about this? My favorite video, Biggie video, is Juicy. Now I know that's everybody's favorite video, right? But the reason I love the video is because that was the first time I saw him. You know, I heard Party and BS, right? But I didn't see him.
Right.
You know what I mean? So to actually see him and was like, oh, yo, this is a big dude. You know what I mean? And yes, we had the heavy D's, we had the fat boys.
Right.
You know what I mean? But it was just something different about him. And then he even had his mom and his daughter in the video. I thought that was dope.
Facts.
You know what I mean? And he was just talking that talk we knew, man. Who didn't have Word Up magazine? Who didn't have Salt and Pepper? You know what I mean? On the wall. Who
Right.
didn't do that, man?
Everybody. Saturday, every Saturday. And we
Yeah.
may not have had Rap Attack, but we had Saturday videos that we used to watch. So
Mhm. Yeah. How about you? Your favorite Biggie video?
I was going to say Juicy,
Mhm.
but
3 for 3.
I'm switching it though.
Okay.
I'm switching it. Can't have too much. Apocalypse might come. So I'm gonna switch mine to Hypnotize
mm.
because
Mm.
Hypnotize was one of the first big budget music videos
Mhm.
where they made it into like a movie.
Mm.
And to your point with Biggie, we had bigger rappers, you know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? But Biggie was the first one that was kind of smooth with it.
Mhm.
And I don't want to say Heavy D was trying too hard,
Mhm.
but you could tell Big was smooth but still hardcore.
Absolutely.
So just all that, you know what I mean? Super Nintendo, Sega
Mm.
Genesis. And it just
Man.
and I will say Juicy probably I'll probably give it to Juicy, but that video was pretty much like every hood.
Mhm.
You
Yeah.
had a dope song with a video about every hood because every hood can kind of relate to what he was saying in that video, and it was super simple but
Mhm.
effective. So
Yeah.
I guess we 3 for 3. I go with Juicy.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know what you saying that, man? He was definitely a trendsetter, man. I feel like he changed the game. Biggie came out, everybody cleaned up a little bit. You know, it's an argument. It's like, was it Pop with the Versace because he was doing it too, or was it Big? You know what I mean? Now I feel like Pop did it, but I feel like Big made it. He made it dope. You get what I'm saying? Everybody was in the club with fake Versace shirts on.
Yo,
Come on now.
and even we can give even if we give it to 12.
hmm
You know what I'm saying? 12 may have done it first. I can't say. I don't really recall. But like you said, Big's impact on the game had everybody wearing it. He had
hmm
everybody wearing Coogee sweaters.
Yeah, yeah,
You know what I'm saying? We
yeah.
didn't know about. Well, I didn't know about these things
hmm
back then until he started putting it out there. Now you
hmm
see everybody getting up, being fly. They want to be a Dawn. They taking pictures with crowns like they doing. He was a trendsetter. Whether
Facts.
guys want to admit it or not, he set so many trends, and he was the hottest rapper.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I'm gonna try to go back in my mental Rolodex. Let's see. Before Big, you had the Juice Crew era. Um, you had Slick Rick and all those guys, right? But I don't remember before Big, and I could be wrong, having guys bring their homies on and putting them down. Well, Wu did it, but Big was first.
Yeah, and well, you, I'll put it like this: you had your crews.
hmm
You know what I mean? And the crews came up, your posse or whatever. But Big, I'm gonna say, was the first one because Junior Mafia necessarily wasn't his crew.
hmm
They were just kids from the neighborhood he wanted to get off the street.
hmm
Who else is doing that?
Right,
Who else is trying to get people in their neighborhood off the street?
right, right, right. And you know
Reg, I don't know about. I mean, NWA came later.
they came later. Yeah, the first. Shout out to Big Reg, man. The first. That's why we had to go back in the mental Rolodex, man. And these guys weren't even rappers. A lot of them were. You know what I mean?
Still on it.
And it right. And you know the ill thing about it is, even though he's gone, because of him doing what he did, they could still eat. You know, I see little C's running around with Jada Kiss. You know, I saw Little Kim on a reality show a year or two back. So, you know, on the strength of Big having that foresight and that love for, his little homies, they were able to do that. You know what I mean? How dope is that? How real is
Yeah,
that?
yeah, because
Yeah.
he wasn't worried about himself.
Mm-hmm.
Unlike 12.
Ah.
Unlike 12, they had to have the center of attention all on him. It's always about him.
Mm.
Biggie. That's why, to me personally, and I can't, confirm what's true or what's not. That's why I believe all that stuff 12 was talking about was some BS.
Mm.
Because Biggie was always looking to put other people on and to do for other people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So, for him to get somebody set up, come on, man. We all
Yeah.
know. We all know. 12 shot himself.
Hmm.
and then blamed it on other people because he was embarrassed. We all know
Yeah.
that.
And for y'all that don't know what 12 is or who 12 is, check out previous shows. What is the top 50, top 25,
Top
30,
30, top 30.
top 30 MCs of all times? And we're talking about number 12. Number 12. Speaking of 12, I'm going to go to 16s. What's your favorite Big verse?
I put it to you like this. I, I dare say such a thing because it's the truth. Google it. Yeah, I put it to you like this. I can't really pick a favorite. He has so many of them.
Mm-hmm.
But one, I'll tell you something that sticks out to me. It's from Who Shot You?
Mm.
How's it go? Man, I ain't listen big. It's so long. Who shot ya? Separate the weak from the obsolete. Hard to creep the Brooklyn streets. It's on, ninja. All that bickering beef. I can hear sweat trickling down your cheek. Your heartbeat sound like Sasquatch feet. Thunderous, shaking the concrete. Yo, that give me goosebumps, yo. Like,
Yeah, yeah,
yo,
yeah, yeah.
he just got so many iconic verses. Like, even if I was gonna go to Notorious Thugs because he took their style and burnt them with it.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. They would even say, they
They know
even,
they did say it.
yeah, yeah,
They said it. They was like,
yeah,
yo, we had
yeah.
to go rewrite our stuff once we heard it because they figured we got this East Coast cat coming in here trying to do his thing with us. All right, cool. He laid his verse down. And everybody was like, nope, gotta start over.
Right, right, right. One of my favorites, because like yourself, it's so many, and that is one, Victory. Even though it was on Diddy's joint, but man, oh my God, he murdered that track, man. G Monella, man, oh man. The only thing I'm mad at Biggie about is because he had the talent where he could come off the head and go into the booth. Everybody wanted to do that, man. And that's not for everybody. And I mean, to this day, you'll have these young artists saying, I don't write. What's wrong with writing? Some of the best wrote. Rock Kim.
All right.
Man, I'm going to tell you a story. Well, you know this. But I'm going to tell you a story about Rock Kim. Not only did he write, he used to write backwards. Now, y'all might say, how in the world did you do that? So he'll start at the top with an idea and the concept, and then he'll come off with the ending and write all the way to the top, to the beginning. You know, that takes a skill set.
That's talent.
That's talent. You know what I'm saying? So there's nothing wrong with writing. Some of the best wrote their rhymes. We probably need to go back to that. What you think?
Nah, I don't. You know what? Honestly, I don't think writing is gonna help these guys. I'm not even trying to be funny, and I'm not trying to joke the kids, but their life experience is a little bit different than our life experience.
Mm-hmm.
So for most of them, of course, they're gonna rap about different things.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they fortunately for them, they had better life opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They don't need record labels. They don't need to hustle on the street to get their product out, so to speak. They can just go out here and go on YouTube or go wherever and make millions.
Mm-hmm.
So of course, growing up, and especially growing up privileged, because our parents made more than their parents did, and so forth and so on. So
Right.
we were put in better opportunities. So I can't fault a kid for growing up in Los Angeles for rapping about some LA stuff, some glitz and glam, because that's how he grew up. I don't expect him
Yeah.
to be like, yo, in the dirty streets of Baltimore, this is where I come from. I don't expect him to do that because he don't know nothing about that. So even if they wrote these things down, now for me, if they wrote them down, I think they would start lying. Because now you have more time to think about, okay, what would be hot now? People like hearing this, even though it's not true.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, I just don't think it makes a difference. Plus, they don't really care. They know if they got a hot beat or a hot hook. And I think the big thing now is trying to find that 15 to 30-second clip of a song that can become TikTok viral.
I could
That's all
see
you
it.
got to do. You don't even need a hot song. You just got a portion of your song that they can make viral TikToks to. You set.
How real is that? How real is that? Biggie collaborations. I was on the fence. It was two people, right?
Mm-hmm.
My first one was Big L, right? Because Big L and Biggie came out at the same time, and because Biggie had the machine outside of his extraordinary talent, but he had the machine behind him,
Right.
and that to me hurt Big L. But to me, Big L and Biggie's style would have complemented each other because Big L was a threat.
Well,
He was a problem.
they said Biggie took Big L style.
Mm,
That's what they say.
yeah, yeah. So I would have loved to hear Big L and Biggie on some talk that ish. You know what I mean? But the other person, and this came to me yesterday, because I was listening to my bro, underrated rap, G Rap. I feel like G Rap, to me, is the great grandfather of gangster rap.
True.
I feel like his stories are so vivid. You know what I mean? And he definitely lived that life. So it wasn't like he was pulling this out of his imagination.
What up, Dame?
Yeah, Dame and Mars Beats was happening. So I would have loved to hear Biggie and G Rap on something grimy, like a Who Shot You beat. Can you
Right.
imagine that, bro? Whew. Oh my God. So who would you have loved to seen Biggie collaborate with?
I got one even better for you, bro. I'm gonna go with Eminem.
Mm,
And I
mm,
know people are gonna say, "Oh, he did wrong." No, Biggie was dead, and M just came on the track.
mm,
M actually remixed some of his tracks.
mm.
So, if you take Biggie and M and put them in a studio and let them say, "You know what? Let me hear what you got." Okay, I gotta go redo mine. Now let me hear what you got. I gotta go redo mine, and then put that over a Dre beat.
Oh my
It's
God.
a rap.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Man, I want to talk about Biggie's legacy. Man, you know he has a daughter. He also has a son, CJ, young Christopher Wallace Jr., right? By faith. Y'all check this out, man. Not bad.
Such a charismatic.
Got
A rough patch, particularly.
G. I was all over the place. Slip of the mouse. Slip of the mouse. Man, oh man. Did you see? Well, I know you saw the Biggie movie, but did you see any of?
I did not watch the Biggie movie.
You didn't?
Nope.
Wow. Mm.
I
I know you
refuse.
saw Sky's the Limit,
Of
the
course.
video.
Of course.
That was his son, obviously. You know, a movie out of all of the movies that I showed, if I had to suggest one, I would say Kicks. I love the movie Kicks. There's a lot of people in there that are big stars now, but back then when it was out, you wouldn't know. But I like you know, the young brother acting, man. He was also in Euphoria. I don't know if you've seen Euphoria. It's a show on one of those channels. I almost slipped up.
Was Zendejas? Was
Um,
Zendaya?
yes, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, was it?
But man, he's truly a talent, man. You know, and he's not. in those low budget movies either. I mean, he's in real things. So man, shout out to his son, man. Shout out to his daughter. You know, shout out to Biggie, man. He'll truly be missed, man. He will truly be missed. But y'all know how we do. Let's go. I feel like every other week we talk about this, the music industry. Let me ask you this again. I ask you this every so often. What was the last new thing you listened to?
I can't tell you.
Exactly.
When I'm
My
just,
son.
when I'm in a car, all they do is listen to the radio and
Yeah,
ratchet stuff,
yeah, yeah.
and I just be like, I just zone out and be like, wow. Or I'll catch a glimpse of a song, and all they did was take an older song
Hmm.
or older rhyme and just put the hook in and go off of that for the rest of the song. I don't care about these kids.
Yeah, and you know what's crazy? Because we talked about it with Chris just joking, right? Everything we listening to, man, it might be at least 10 to 20 years back. The newest stuff,
At least.
at least. At least, man. So, check this out.
A rough patch, particularly on the jobs front. Layoffs abound in the sector, with Swift's label Universal Group announcing a plan to cut hundreds of jobs this year. Spotify laid off some 2,000 workers in 2023, with significant cuts at Warner and BMG coming as well.
Can you believe it, man? The music industry is laying people off.
Mm-hmm.
How crazy is that, bro?
It's not crazy at all.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
sometimes you can foreshadow things. Like at the place we worked at,
Hmm.
we saw what happened coming, and we
Hmm.
know what's going to happen in the next 10 years from that job. We know what's
Hmm.
going to happen, like because we see what's going on in the world, and we understand supply and demand.
Hmm.
Just like I understood when you had LimeWire, Napster, BearShare, and all of these file sharing sites, you knew it was the start of something.
Hmm.
So, record labels went lobby to have it banned. They got it banned, they sued, they did what they needed to do. But then you started to see the advent of the stream come in.
Hmm.
You started to see the advent of the independent artists. No
Hmm.
longer do I have to go out to Park Heights
Hmm.
and hustle my CD or my tape on the street
Hmm.
to get some buzz.
Hmm.
All I have to do now, like I said, is go on YouTube, go on
Hmm.
TikTok, go on Instagram, on any of these platforms and get a following. So
Hmm.
with this following and with me becoming hot, I don't need an A&R.
Hmm.
I don't need a manager. I don't
Hmm.
need a lawyer. I just need myself and my people around me that I trust. So
Hmm.
that takes away the jobs that the record label provides because they have a whole department for marketing. They have a whole department for artist development.
Hmm.
They have nobody to develop. They're running out of artists that they have to promote.
Hmm.
So why do I need all of these people? So
Right.
to me, unlike most businesses saying, "Hey, I see this business is dying. Let's try to make some corrective action and
Hmm.
change some things. Maybe let's
Hmm.
change the point system a little bit. See if we
Hmm.
can bring a little more people in here. Maybe, we'll recoup some money. We're not going to be making as much as we used to, but we're not going to be losing as much as well. Also, to be real with you, let's lower the price on CDs
Hmm.
because ain't nobody buying them.
Right. Right. Right.
Who the hell gonna go to a store now and be like, "Yo, give me that $15, $17 CD"?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Stupid.
Yeah. I really think we're in scary times, man. Um, cause how
What's
about
up, man?
this? Remember what was that? The
It's Brandon.
2000 scare, right?
Oh, what's up?
Where they thought the world was going to shut down, right?
Facts.
Well, now because we don't have anything tangible, right? What happens if it does? You get what I'm saying? Like I don't know. I guess we are old school at this point. We're very old school, I guess. But man, it was nothing like going to a record store and smelling. I know this might sound bizarre to people, but smelling those records.
Yep.
It was nothing like opening up an album cover, seeing the credits, seeing who wrote the song, or a CD, opening up the jewel casing, seeing the photos inside. You know what I'm saying? Seeing the artwork. That was that was amazing, man.
Those
Now to
kids. I'm sorry.
now to me it's like, oh, you just do a click of a button. I feel like it's no value to it like it once was. You know what I mean? I'm
Hmm.
low key mad at my mom because we had all of these albums once upon a time. I mean, the Thriller, the Off the Wall, you name it, Marvin Gaye. And as time went on, we was in the hood. God bless my mom and my pop. They was able to take us out of the hood or whatever. Some of the things didn't go. And those were some of the things. And then at that point, I want to say record players and 8 tracks, they were fading out anyway, right? You know what I'm saying? But how dope is it? Or how dope would it have been to have those collections of things? You know what I mean? Even myself, I got rid of my CDs. I wish I would have kept some of them. Just wasn't thinking, man. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing like it, man. So I just feel like the space we're in now is nothing is valued, man. Nothing. It's just like everything is microwave. You like it for a second, and that's what it is. And I know we talked about this over and over and over again, but I feel like that way with music, man. And I always ask you, how is it that I can listen to Marvin Gaye in 2024 on repeat, but I can't listen to Yo Hootie Hoo? I'm making up a name because I don't want no smoke
Lil Yachty.
for 20 seconds.
Lil Yachty.
So I don't know who to blame,
Lil
who to
Yachty.
point the. Oh, here you go. I don't know who to point the finger or point the
Drake.
blame at. Oh man, you know what I mean? But it is a dying. Like, how is everything dying? Like, you don't want to hear neo soul. You don't want to hear R&B. You know what I mean? I don't even hear much buzz about gospel. At one time, gospel was playing on
True.
secular radio.
Stuff flames out.
Hmm,
It has its uses like neo soul. Neo soul burn
hmm,
real hot.
hmm,
But you have to realize, to an extent, unlike R&B, who is neo soul geared to?
hmm,
And they control the music, and they control what gets out there.
hmm,
They control what the masses hear. So if they want to debt something, you can do.
hmm,
I guarantee you, if they wanted to bring back neo soul and make it hot again, all they gotta do first, you just start promoting little concerts here and there.
hmm,
Then you make bigger concerts. Then all of a sudden, Music Soul Child or somebody coming out, Music Soul Child coming out with a new album.
hmm,
They can push the things that they want to. Gospel's always been there,
hmm,
and it was just at that time they was like, we're gonna make it hot.
hmm, hmm,
But then, to me personally, I think a lot that killed neo soul in particular, outside of the masses, might be the fact that I'm, how can I put this delicately? And I'm not blaming them. I'm not blaming them.
hmm,
But once you started pushing women's self empowerment, and I'm all for it, because like my
hmm,
brother says, I'm a feminist. I'm
hmm,
all for I'm all for women empowerment. But once it started getting to, you know, my pink, my booty hole brown, and stuff like
hmm,
that, the focus got shifted away from the Jill Scotts
hmm.
onto the Megan Thee Stallions.
Ah, yeah.
So the younger crowd was like, "Yo, I don't want to hear about love." Because
Hmm,
a lot of these kids, male and female, today ain't worried about love. They worried about having a good time
hmm,
and having a good time with somebody for a period of time. They're
hmm,
not worried about finding love, making it last, making memories, They just worried about right here, right now.
Mm,
And I just think with the transition from, let's say, I don't want to say her name, but let's say Whitney Houston,
mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying, to the full time transition of a little Kim Foxy Brown.
Mm,
You know, they were scarce here and there, and everybody applauded them for what they were doing, but they started to dominate mainstream.
yeah, yeah.
And once that happened, the whole vibe shifted. Even music to an extent shifted to the female side,
Mm,
just like it kind of is in college basketball.
mm,
People not watching men's college basketball anymore. It's shifting to women, like
mm,
because it's actually better.
mm,
You know what I'm saying? So sometimes they push things up more than they push up other things. And right now, that's hot. And it
mm,
doesn't leave any room for those classic soulful women talking about things that these kids really aren't trying to hear of. And us as older people, we're not worried about anybody bringing that style back because we still have our classics.
mm,
You know what I'm
mm.
saying? I don't need the new hot young dude to come out and give me Drew Hill vibes because I got
Right,
Drew Hill.
right, right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, hey, is music obsolete as we know it? It seems, it feels
I mean,
that
as
that could
we've
be
known,
it.
it,
Yeah, well, yeah, as we know
bruh. It's times when I remember even songs from my generation.
it.
I'll be just sitting there and the song will pop in my head and I'll be like, yo, I used to love that song.
Mm,
Yo, let me go to Apple and buy that. Nope, never mind. I'll just play it on YouTube till I get tired of it.
yeah, 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 yeah,
If I want to hear it again, I just go back to YouTube, play it again.
yeah, yeah. Well, man, any part words?
I wish there was an entity strong enough to make me fall in love with music again. Not
Mm,
that I'm out of love with music, but I need a refresher to fall in love with this new music. I need
mm,
somebody just that amazing to come out and be like, "Yo, you thought you wasn't missing nothing? Watch this. Oh, word.
mm,
All
mm,
right, all right.
mm,
Let me check out these young cats and see what they got to offer to what we love.
mm,
But until then, yo, I'm still listening to my 70s and 80s,
mm,
and that's predominantly what I listen to. 90s got some, early 2000s got some, but I'm strictly
mm.
70s, predominantly 85% 80s.
Yeah. Same here. I love the 70s, man. I do, man. I truly do. But
It's a great
man,
time.
if y'all haven't already, man, do me a favor and do this. 70s, 80s, like you said, a little bit in the 90s. That's my zone, man. That's where I'm at with. I pray, I hope, in our lifetime, like you said, it'll just be that one person, that next Michael Jackson. You know what I mean? That next, I don't want to say nobody in particular, but that next it that we can't live without. That put the world on the action. Hopefully,
It's not gonna happen, sir.
you know. I
It's not
guess
gonna.
I guess the biggest person right now for us is baby Beyonce. That's
No, she is.
on that icon status is a Mike or somebody like that. You know.
Your audio's going out.
But until next time, we getting up out of here, yo. Peace.